On the last time we were here for the language of magic, the Emerald Scale had just locked into combat with Elijah, the somewhat twisted young man who was kind of on a precipice between life and undeath. You fought him and his parents. You were able to fell the parents, and then Parsnip was able to get a fantastic critical right on Elijah, and he essentially crumbled and withered away right in front of you guys. The violin he'd been playing fell silent to the ground right before you, and he simply turned to dust. Parsnip gathered up his remains. Simon put the violin into a bag of holding without ever coming in contact with it, and you all left the mausoleum. You spoke with the undead outside for a few moments before continuing on and speaking with Rosalind. You let her know that Elijah had been taken care of. She was able to essentially feel his passing. You also made her aware of the fact that there were unled lithids that were popping up out of the ground so that she could be aware of that. And then got a little traveling through the lands, and she had mentioned pretty men with red skin, sometimes with wings or very dark skin, creatures with spines on them, and those with purple tentacle-like beards, but she swears they're not like the illithid that you slay. She mentioned that they were traveling in towards the northwest, typically when they were going through their town, and you remember that that, of course, was the direction of the Bog of Cullen. With that little bit of conversation with her, you guys made use of Arcus's fast phantasmal deeds and raced back to Hagstooth. There, you noticed that there was movement in the rooms of the Greenleaf Girls, and Tango stopped by the inn to potentially slow them down before reporting back to Madame Maven. The rest of you continued to this ancient hag's lair, spoke with her, and she informed you that a little birdie had told her that the Greenleaf Girls were on their way, but they were freshening up first. She then gave you the password to continue on to her library, where its guardian would let you pass with a correct statement of the password, which was to simply get out of the way, which Arcus so boldly exclaimed to it. It has moved to the side and made room for you to continue on into the library. At the same time, Tango is back in the Twisted Tavern with one of the Greenleaf girls, Blair. The other three had left the inn, but he and Blair headed back to their room. So we'll pick things up there at the moment.
We have not rested in any way since Elijah battle, right?
You have not.
Okay.
So we're just going to put everybody here at the Twisted Tavern. Tango, you have 4 mugs of ale. Blair has requested that you head back to their room to speak further, and you've agreed. You followed back there with her. Tango, what goes on in this room is entirely up to you. You you tend to talk a lot in some situations, and you probably are having a lot of conversation with Blair, and it starts that way, but her intentions will be made clear very, very shortly after being alone together. So it's okay if you don't see. You can't see the room anyway. So Tango,
Oh, okay.
with in general senses. You are welcome to state the general direction that Tango would be trying to take this time that he has.
Yeah, I can generalize things for sure. Maybe. Um, Maybe not. I don't know. This is crazy. Uh, yeah, I think to just summarize what's going through young 20-year-old Tango's mind uh, is he was on a mission. He was meant to complete a task before these uh, competitors. And he probably thinks he's doing a good job of distracting them from any challenge to completing their end of the task. He's probably very oblivious to some of the other intent that might be coming his way. But he's all for experiences and, you know, living life while you're young. So whatever happens, happens.
So, this red-haired woman, she's certainly got you on experience, lots of experience, and well, her intentions are certainly made clear. And we'll go ahead and we'll fade to black in Tango's conversation as you guys head to the library. You all stand outside the library. The guardian has moved to the side, a obscenely large flesh golem, and the doors are unlocked in front of you. What do you guys wish to do?
We should probably go inside.
Anybody have any objections to that?
Let's do it.
All right, a little theater of the mind for a moment. As you guys walk inside, you see this. You were up against a hill, and it's clear that there's tunnels that now lead in front of you, or a tunnel for a bit. And as you enter in, you can hear some water dripping off in the distance. And you look down on the cobblestone style ground underneath you, and a little bit of water trickles between the cobblestones here and there. Echoes go off in the distance, but it's dark, but you all have some means with which you can see. You go in a little ways, and the tunnel, which is about 10 to 15 feet wide, 10 feet tall, decent size, it dips downwards a little ways before it starts to kind of branch up again. And at first, it seems it's going to the left, but then after just a couple of steps, you can see that it also branches off to the right, and the right seems to be going upwards a little bit, whereas the left path is going down ever so slightly, but seems to be leveling off. Is there a direction you guys would want to go?
I don't suppose anybody knows Any thoughts, or does you guys just want to roll?
No, I don't have any idea which way.
Is there any check you would have let me make to have even any kind of clues which way the library might be?
This, I'll say this: as you look around, the path to the left and the path to the right, with the exception of the fact that one goes up a little bit and one goes down a little bit, there is nothing that you can tell difference between the two of them. The tunnel stays the same width in both directions. The pathway seems the same. You get down, you look closely, look for maybe footprints or tracks or anything like that. There's no indication that either way is different from the other.
Nobody's got any critters they want to send scouting.
I don't have any critters.
Yeah, I don't really have anything.
I don't have anything on me.
Simon goes, "My little spider, he could go, but I'm afraid to let him go for too far. He might get stepped on."
You're not wrong.
Anybody have any suggestions, or should we just roll a dice? Odds left, even, or odds down, even up?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I believe up was even.
Yeah. We'll head up, DM.
Right, you head out to the right a little ways, and you walk for about 30 seconds before you notice that once again the paths branch. You've got a way that goes a little bit downwards and to the left and upwards and to the right, kind of continues off. And when you look to the right, you can see that it branches 2 times upwards to the right.
Jesus. All right, and we just turned right.
Correct. But by branching off to the right, it's not like a full 90-degree turn. It's just kind of weaves slightly up.
I vote we just stay to the right, since we don't really have anything
Yeah, just keep to a
saying not
wall.
to. Yeah.
All right. We'll say you
Where's
stick with the right for now. As you continue up, the right doesn't extend up higher anymore. But you see it one pathway kind of branch off a little bit, and the way you continue on, you keep sticking towards the right for a good bit, and eventually that kind of right-facing wall loops back around left significantly, and you walk around, and again you're walking for just a couple of minutes. It's surprisingly how far you feel like you have to walk in the dark, listening to those drips off in the distance. And then you see a probably the hardest turn you've seen so far. You see a pathway going forward and a direct left. So it's almost like a T intersection where you've now gone and you moved a little bit to the right. You've looped around significantly, and you can continue going straight along the right wall, or you can make that sharp left turn.
So is it kind of giving us the impression that we're walking around something
I'll say Arcus is intelligent enough to feel like you have walked kind of almost in like a semicircular direction at this
Right.
point.
maybe the library's in the middle. So if we turn left, we would end up in the middle if this is indeed a big circle.
True, but if we go straight, that's effectively keeping to the right.
Yeah, that's my understanding. Yeah. I'm just wondering if we're just going to end up back where we started, like we just basically walk the hallway perimeter. But
Oh, that's
we
possible.
we can just do that. Like it doesn't seem to. There's nothing really stopping us.
Hey, let's turn in. We're not in a maze. I don't believe.
Not yet. Right, we'll turn left, DM.
All right. As you make that sharp left turn, you see it kind of extends forward a good bit, and then you do notice that there is a small little path over to the right-hand side, and you kind of peer over that path, and it just goes about 5 feet before it gets to a ladder and goes down, or you can continue straight.
Can I go like look down the opening that the ladder descends down into? Can I see anything?
Yeah, you look and peer over to the side, and it looks like it goes down about 15 feet and opens up in a direction to the left, which would be kind of continuing inwards again.
Left.
So if you, if you can continue straight the way you're going, you look over to your right, see a little ways you can drop down with a ladder that seems to open up to the left, which would essentially mean it's going in that same direction you're currently walking.
Right. Just on a different level.
Correct.
Anybody want to take this one?
I say keep going left.
What was that person?
Keep going left.
Down the ladder?
Yep.
Right on.
Activate my boots of flying. Might come in handy.
All right. You head down the ladder and make a quick left, and that you find that left actually it's like a U-turn. It puts you into another tunnel that you can see goes to your left and to your right. At this point, the way you're facing the right would be continuing on towards that same centralized location. To the left would be kind of following a tunnel that goes back outward from what you believe to be the central area. You notice that when you come down now to this level, there's some like that's one of the first things you notice. Those of you that actually step down, is that there's water about 4 or 5 inches on the bottom floor here. It continues on in the singular pathway forward does seem to be slightly going down. So as you take a couple of steps, it's going from about 6 inches, 7 inches, 8 inches. It's getting just a little bit deeper.
How does
You
it
guys-
smell?
It smells ever so slightly floral. You get the sense that go ahead and roll a nature check or survival check. With an 11,
Middle of the road.
yeah, it smells almost like a pond, like an outdoor pond, with a few flowers probably sprinkled in. Maybe in your travels you've come across some little floating and daisies and similar flowers that sit on water lily pads and so forth. That's the predominant smell that you get. And then a little bit hits your nose that you smell like wet paper, which isn't quite as pleasant. It's almost as if the flowers mask it slightly.
Well, this is a terrible way to look after a library.
Yeah, I'll share my observations with y'all.
Carry on.
As you continue on forward, you go about 20 feet, and then it seems like you have the pathway cuts to your left just a little bit, and another pathway cuts to your right ever so slightly, but they both seem to be going forward in that general direction. They veer off slightly, just a little bit, and you can tell they seem to run parallel to each other after that.
Guess we'll stay to the left.
You guys continue down the left path. You walk for about another 20 feet, descending just a little more until the water is just about knee high, except for poor Simon, who it's probably getting closer to his waist. That's about 18 inches deep. It's just deep enough that it makes it like you're in difficult terrain, so it does get a little bit slower as you're kind of sloshing through it, but you don't really have any risk from it other than just that little bit of kind of sloshing around. As you go forward a little bit, the little bit of a tunnel that you're in kind of levels off, and immediately you catch light. First light that you've seen inside of this, as in front of you is what you could best make out would be a pool of water in this light. And you continue forward and you see things floating on the water. You see a couple of boards. You see some little lily pads, flowers floating in the water. And then you recognize the fact that some large debris is probably sitting in the water. Something maybe like the ceiling is caved in, something of that, as you emerge into the library. You'll step out from the dark tunnels and look around you, and you see multiple entrances to this library all around you. Likely all those caves, all leading back into the same place. And you've circled your way to the back. You're on the lower level. As you look around, you see above you there are walkways going across the top, some railings that are there. You can't see what's up there right now, but essentially, floor to ceiling, there are books. There are shelves of books. Books everywhere.
I want to fly as high as I can and look around.
All right. Baylor, I'm going to move you up to a balcony because there are one-way walls on this map.
Gotcha.
So feel free to move around on the balcony as you see fit. But you come up here, and again, there are just a number of tunnels, and you look in each one, and each one looks like the tunnel that you just walked out of. It's a little disconcerting. Hopefully you guys know how you got out of here, or how to get out of here. But there are just as many books on the top layer as there are on the bottom layer.
Parsnip, you remember the name of the book we're looking for?
Are there any like sparkly bits in the books that like shine when I like walk by, or like cracks in a wall that look like they need a bomb?
I don't believe that there are any standout points to where you see a good place for a bomb or any books that sparkle at you right away.
Damn.
Called the Serpent's Coil.
Serpent's Coil. I assume we don't have any kind of description of what this book looks like.
I don't.
DM, can I sort of quickly, scan this library to see if it's made, like, is there any rhyme or reason, any organization to the layout of the books? Is there like an S section or a magic section or a history section or anything?
Yeah, you're looking for basically if they have a Dewey Decimal System or not.
Something, yeah.
Arcus doesn't need to do a roll for this. It's perfectly appropriate for you to be able to look at this and recognize it pretty quickly. You go through and you look for an author's name, a title, something along those lines. And from what you can tell, there is literally no rhyme or reason to it.
All right, so
Well, this could take a while.
I guess we better get searching. And damn, I'm going to guidance myself and search this corner. Maybe see if there's any books that like have scales or coils that pop out.
All right, you can. Since Darren here is making kind of that first actual check to go in and start looking, how do you look for the book?
Basically just going over to this corner where it looks like there's a pile that's maybe not wet, and I'm just kind of glancing over top to see if there's anything that resembles like a scale or a serpent or a snake's skin.
Okay, you go ahead and make your either investigation or your perception.
Investigation or perception? Which one are you better at here? Oh my goodness, Darren. Neither one of those are good.
Can I do the same on the second floor that I'm flying around?
Absolutely. Go ahead and kind of pick an area that you think that you'd like to search around in, and go ahead and make your roll. Again, though, describe to me how you're looking for it. Okay. With an 11, you kind of glancing over those books. So a few of them kind of sitting open. You look around and you don't see anything that quite fits that. To some of the ones that are open, you kind of see a few words to it, and you notice just the way that it reads. Looking at the page without touching it at all, you feel like these are a pile of maybe fiction books. They seem to be telling stories, adventures, that sort of thing. But you don't see, at least with that tertiary glance, you don't see the specific book that you're looking for. Phalar, how are you? Are you going from? Are you doing the same thing, just kind of looking at the bind of each book?
I'm kind of stringing my lyre and seeing if I notice anything in the bookshelf change as I play a little magic into my music.
Yeah, as you play a little music, you try to pump maybe just ever so bit of that bardic magic into things and just in the area around you. Nothing seems to react to you. At least not to your music.
What's the light like in here? Is it dark?
So the area up by Phalar is a little darker. It's bright towards the mirror. You look up and you can see a little bit of daylight. It does seem like there was some kind of roof in the middle of it. I haven't applied a light source because everyone has dark vision, but there is illumination towards the center of it. I could put a light source in.
Parsnip, what'd you say the name was of the book?
The Serpent's Coil.
All right, there you go. There's a little bit of light pouring in from the cracked open ceiling above.
Um, this can take a while. I guess I'll just start searching this sort of corner I'm in.
Right. And again, Marcus,
I'm
how do you search?
I'm looking for both the Serpent's Coil and any spell book. So
All right. You can go ahead and roll your perception or investigation.
definitely.
On a 20. At any point, do you pick up a book to read it, or do you just look at the exterior of them?
No, I'd probably be. I'm a nerd, so I would probably be more thorough than say Darren, just because I'm
Okay.
interested in books.
So you go through and you kind of you're scanning, and you land on one with, it says something along the lines of the Mage's Journal. So you're thinking, perhaps it's a spell book, and you take the book down and you flip it open, Mage's Journal, and you begin reading it just real quickly, just kind of scanning through it very quickly as you can. And as you hold the book and you see the title, you feel this unbridled fear. It's just the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Your fight or flight is starting to kick in, and you flip a couple of pages in, and as you begin reading, you feel that feeling goes away. You feel much more relaxed. You feel almost numb. The cold from the water in your feet, you don't feel it anymore. It's not quite bliss, but it's like you feel nothing uncomfortable, no discomfort whatsoever as you kind of read through this. And it appears to be the story of a mage who was an adventurer who didn't really do very well. They only got a couple of levels, you would say, into their spell casting, second tier magic, so to speak. And the book seems to just be a little bit about their journey and where they traveled and so forth. And you're reading it very quickly, faster than what you normally would read something. And the entire time you do, you can't help but feel a sense of relief as you're reading these words. At some point, you catch yourself. You got into this book a little too deep, and you stop reading it. You look away, and for the briefest of moments, as you shut the book closed, you again feel the fight or flight feeling kind of take over. But it lasts just an instant as the book is shut in your hand.
Well, now that's interesting. I think I would.
Good book.
I think I would toss that book into my bag or set it aside or something. I'm interested in that book. And then, time of the essence, so carry on looking for the Serpent's Coil.
You do,
And or a spell book.
You do, and you come over and you see One Fabulous Night of a Merchant. That's another book, and you take that down yourself, and maybe I'm a good merchant by spells, right? You can flip it open, and immediately as you open it and read the title, you get that same sense. You scan through a couple of pages quickly, and as you're scanning through it, you get that sense of relief. This like a calmness, almost a numbness, but not in an uncomfortable way. And this is just some book about. Literally, it goes into stupid levels of detail of what a general store the owner what his day was like selling things throughout the day. It's incredibly boring, but you feel very peaceful as you're reading it.
Okay.
As you're
Whatever
closing it, you get
whatever the
same sense.
whatever the next book is, I do the same thing. No matter what. Whatever it is.
All right. Parsnip. Being down here, what's Parsnip's passive perception?
Um, 16.
Okay. You hear a sound. You hear something coming from the tunnel a little bit in front of you and to the south. You hear voices. One of the voices echoing through the hall goes, "I don't get it. What's going on? This is like a dark tunnel. We're supposed to be going to a library. Hey, you. Which way are we supposed to go?" And you hear this kind of mumbling from just outside of the echo's rage, and then you hear okay, and you begin to start hearing footsteps heading in your direction.
I'll let everybody know that it sounds like the competition's here.
Hmm.
Parsnip from down the hall, you hear echoing, "Oh, my feet are getting all wet. They're getting all wrinkly. I'm sure of it." Ma, don't complain. We're almost finished. Let's hurry up and get this over with. Anybody wish to do anything in the next 10, 15 seconds?
Super speedy search. Very quick. Look as fast as I can.
Okay, Parsnip. You see Parsnip under the water, and a little reed pops up. And that's all you can see is this little reed where he's probably hiding. Go ahead and make one more quick investigation search.
I'm hiding in the books.
Darren kind of glances around and goes, there's more of the same. With that, Parsnip, I'm assuming that you are hiding and waiting for the girls. Am I incorrect?
You are not.
Okay. So the first thing, and you can kind of hear this. It's not the room echoes, so you can't help but hear it. You hear this as a small group comes into the room. The first that enters the room is the short little halfling elderly woman. She walks in, she goes, great. They're in here too.
Yep.
She kind of turns around and looks over her shoulder.
Sorry. We got here first. We've already found what we're looking for. I've got it right here. You may as well turn around and go home.
The two other older women kind of walk in and they go, one of them says, oh dear. Perhaps we could talk about it, and you would be up for negotiations. Parsnip, they seem to be walking around you and have absolutely no clue that you're there whatsoever.
I I don't know. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable doing that without the rest of my companions nearby. I'd have to go meet up with them first and make sure we can have a group conversation. Is one of your group missing?
What? Yes, he is. She is. I feel I should warn you, dear. She's with your one of your friends, and you might want to just drop everything you're doing and go to him. She's gonna break him in half.
He's probably the strongest one of our entire group. I'm sure he can handle himself. He'll be just fine.
Okay, well, last time she was with a young man like that, he didn't walk straight for a week.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Kind of shrugs with this unknowing face.
Oh, God.
One of them steps forward. Darren. Listen, we're obviously all here for the same thing. If you've already gotten what we're all here for, then, like she said, perhaps we could make some kind of a deal. You guys maybe want money?
Sorry, like I said, I don't think I can make any deals without the rest of my friends.
The little one steps up and says, I don't get it. Why are you even trying to negotiate with him? Look, he's standing right there. There's three of us, and there's one of him and just the little guy who's over there and the guy over there who's in the book. They're not paying any attention. Why don't you just jump him and take the book? Mother, please. We could certainly work something out. I'm sure that they'd be happy to hand over the book if they knew how important it was to us. She looks back towards you. Please, my mother, forgive her, but she might try to tear you to pieces if you don't at least try to negotiate with her. The little one looks at you, hisses like a cat.
Yeah. You were terrifying.
Arcus, while you're over there, go ahead and roll another investigation. Baylor, same.
All right.
Arcus, as you are kind of going through and looking around, you move a bit, and right in that corner of the room, kind of underneath a brush of ivy and so forth, you kind of lift it up, and you see the stack of 8 books in front of you. And you kind of scan down the side of these books, and you see each one has a symbol. They're all written differently. Each book is a little bit different, but they are clearly wizard books. And there's a mark that's written by the same hand, kind of along the sides of each one. And you very quickly and easily recognize 8 different schools of magic. There's evocation, abjuration, illusion, conjuration, transmutation, necromancy, divination, and enchantment. They're just kind of, there's this small little stack of spell books, and you kind of peer open the first one. You look, and it's like an evocation. And sure enough, it's a spellcaster's book. And you flip, and you recognize it's filled with several evocation spells to it. So you believe you have found the stack of spell books that you were interested in that corner.
Mm-hmm.
Valor, as you go through and you look for it, roll a percentile for me, please. You scan through and you see a book that's called like the Serpent's Rattle, and you pull it off the shelf. And you take a quick glance and you scan through it, and you don't experience the same things that Arcus was experiencing. It seems like you're kind of just looking through a regular book here. You flip towards the back very quickly and do not see a mark that indicates that it's a Tome of the Hereafter. Name was close, but not quite. So you can kind of do that search while Garen is in a conversation with the girls over here. The little one takes one more step towards Darren. Look, I'm telling you, we're gonna take the book. So either you could make a little money off of it, or I won't kill you. But I scratch up that pretty face.
All right. Look, maybe we can figure something out. I can't give the book up to you. Maybe we can look at it together. Or how much money are you thinking?
5, 6, something like that.
$500, $600,000.
I was thinking 1,000. I'll be fair with you. 1,000 is not so bad.
Well, from what I know of this book, it's far more valuable than that, and it's pretty important to us too.
So you're smarter than you look. Okay, fine. I guess it's the scratchy. And she starts to move forward, and you see the nails on her hands are starting to grow longer, and her arms themselves then begin to elongate. She's starting to shapeshift, and she will be moving towards you after that. So we can go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Did mine end up sending?
Thank you. Let's see if anybody didn't go. I'll do Simon. If anybody wants to run Simon, just let me know.
Just as a reminder for those within a certain amount of feet of Darren would have advantage from the war pick.
All right, everybody get a chance to go. I think Parsnip's the only one close enough to have that advantage.
Yeah.
What advantage am I getting?
Advantage on initiative.
Oh,
All right. So you see this little thing starting to transform. She's growing in size, nails growing and so forth. And the one behind you goes, "Oh, mother, of course, always with the racket." Fine. As she holds out a hand towards Darren, says, "Oh, I'm sure you'll give up soon." And a small little wisp of radiant energy flies towards Darren, but he's able to pick up his shield and just deflect it off to the side as you see a starry wisp fly from her. Arcus, you're kind of in the back. You've been paying attention. You see what's going on. They're a little bit away from you, but you see the girl starting to just quickly move in unison, in action, as one of them seems to be going into this combative stance. You're quick to move. What do you wish to do?
My initiative is faster than my mind. Um, okay. Um, I'll cast. This is so dumb. I'll cast Silent Image. And I'll try to. I will create the illusion of something under the water swimming towards the Greenleaf Girls. Can't really see what it is, like a dark spot or like, some kind of underwater shadow monster thing. Can't tell, but it's headed straight for them.
Okay.
And that's all I really got. Try to scare them backwards a little bit. That's my turn.
All right, let's see here. Go ahead and ping on the map about where you'd like to place your image.
What is my range? 60 feet. Put it like, yeah, like here somewhere. I think I can get to, give or take. Yeah.
All right.
Just sort of like rippling waters headed towards the Greenleaf Girls.
Okay. That works. Is there anything else for Arcus?
No. I'm just a wizard.
All right. Farah, they had absolutely no idea that you're up there. They can't see you from where you are, so you have the drop on them. If you want to go, you have so any kind of attack you make will be with advantage.
Okay. Get a little closer, and then I will Starry Wisp. Figure out where I put it. Okay, here we go.
So you peer over the side, you fire down this your little bit of radiant energy, and in the middle of her transformation, she sees it right at the last second, and she raises up a shield and deflects it off to the side. It's a tough one to hit.
Okay, give me 1 second. I think the only other thing I'll do is I'm gonna, if you can put me on the other floor, I'm gonna basically fly right above the shark token and hover there. Thanks, sir. And yeah, that'll end my turn.
Alrighty. With that, little Sophie's going to continue going. Sophie is going to finish her transformation. Saber-toothed tiger. The tiger's going to look over at Phalar, who's flying, and see Darren directly in front of them. And you see this tiger mouth words, spells. I should near, as a moonbeam descends. Second. Roll20 is taking a moment for my assets to fill in. There's going to be a moonbeam directly on top of Darren. So we can start with the con save, DC 16. Ooh, for lots of damage. Darren saves. Darren will take a whopping 4 damage from the moonbeam as they are resistant to it. And with that, Sophie takes a step forward towards Darren. All right, Darren. You're in.
All right. I think seeing this ripple coming through the water, Phalar appearing next to him, he's going to try and use that sudden shock factor, a little bit of fear, reach into his pocket and pull out one of these Zorvental tokens, and as a bonus action, use the Frightful Presence as he tries and makes his wings shoot out and float in the air for just a second, and says, "You don't know who you're fighting with. I will not stand down, and I won't hesitate to cut you down either. You don't want this fight."
Right. I have to remind myself how those things work.
Project an aura of terrifying power. Each creature within 120 feet must make a DC 15 saving throw or become frightened for 1 minute.
Thank you. Dottie got a 19. Hold on. Trying to put these out of whisper. Rosie got a 24. And Sophie got a 13. So Sophie is affected. The cat is affected.
Okay. He'll be frightened for a minute. But those are bonus actions, so I think I'll have Darren step forward and make just a light attack with a one-handed shield attack on them to kind of booster that fear.
Okay. That would just miss.
Okay.
He can make 2 attacks with his attack action.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Just glances off of their thick hide with 2 strong attacks. Anything else for Darren?
I think he just took a step forward to get out of that moonbeam and turn there.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, with the what I used the silent image for, I did increase the DC. It's just that the first two saves were so high they still
Yeah.
got past it. All right, Parsnip, you're under the water, or you're breathing through a little reed, and you know that the girls have no idea that you're there. What do you wish to do?
I will move up and attack.
All right, go ahead and roll again. You have advantage on your attacks this round. Oh, okay. So the 19 hits.
And my second attack,
20 hits. Okay, nice. Anything else for Parsnip?
that's it for me.
Simon will go. Hey, y'all, we don't need to be fighting like this. But if we have to, he will make a. Where is his? Ray of Frost. He'll do a Ray of Frost on Dottie as well. Nice. He hits Dottie with a burst of cold. Cold crackles over her. With that, she goes, "They're being serious, girls." She will go. Oh, this is. Oh dear. Oh, you're so close. Don't do that. Uh, Darren. Darren, you feel things are getting a little bit warm in here as Rosie holds out her hand towards you, and Darren's armor begins to glow red hot.
I hate that fucking spell.
As she will concentrate on concentration. Concentration now uses D. She will concentrate on heat metal on Darren. Darren will take 7 points of fire damage this round. She then, I believe it is a bonus. Let me make sure this is a bonus reaction for her or not. Actually, Phalar knows this one. Phalar, for a druid at lower levels to go into their starry form, is that a bonus action or an action?
Bonus.
Okay. With that, you see Rosie illuminate with stars and constellations around her body. And that ends her turn. Actually, she's going to move just a little bit. She can move 15 feet because it's difficult terrain. With that, back up to the top of the initiative. Dottie's going to look at Parsnip, who just clobbered her. Parsnip, sorry if you hate it. What kind of armor is Parsnip wearing?
Studded leather.
All right, I would rule that studded leather does not qualify for the heat metal, so can't use that against you. But what you can do would be, yeah. Actually, she looks at you. Well, two can play at that game, as she will take out her stick, and it'll begin to glow, and she will attempt to strike you with it. And she also has a shillelagh. Oops. She rolled an 11, so that will certainly not fit the hit. Just bother. Uh, that's her turn. She's been pretty ineffective so far. Arcus, back over to you.
So difficult terrain, right?
Correct.
I'll move my 15 feet so I can move my illusion 15 feet. Keep it at the edge of my range. And then I'm going to so far away from everybody. I have anything that can get there? Firebolt. I guess I will firebolt. Would I happen to know who's concentrating on heat metal? Did I catch that by any chance?
Make a perception check. It's combat's going on. A couple of spells are getting cast. The DC will say it's 12. Yeah, you realize it is Rosie over on the side that's concentrating on heat metal.
I will try to firebolt Rosie.
All right, go for it.
Hold on. Can I move is it moving my illusion, my action or something?
I moved it 15 feet. I am not sure. Is that a cantrip or is it the spell?
It's the spell. I'll just throw it up again. I don't know if it costs me anything to make it move, though. As a magic action, you can cause the image to move to any spot within range. And a magic action is just a normal action.
Correct.
Oh, well, this is useless. I guess that's turn.
Okay, or we can move the image back and you can take your fire cantrip, your choice.
I'll stick with the illusion for another round just to see if it does anything. If they just ignore it, then I'll drop it.
Okay. Should be slightly larger. All right, Phaler, you are flying up in the air.
Yeah. Let's see. So what I want to do is I want to come down to the ground. I'm heading basically towards Rose. Is that a name? Or did
The tiger is Sophie. Rosie's over here on the far side. She's the one that's got the constellation on her.
Right. That's Rosie right there?
That's Rosie, yeah.
Okay. So with the 30 feet of fly speed, how far do I get like to the ground because I know it wouldn't be a linear 30 feet, I'd imagine. I want to come down to ground level.
If you want to, do you want to get into the water or do you want to just be hovering right above it? You're like 15 feet up, so either 10 feet or 15 feet, your choice.
Gotcha. Okay. Then yeah, if I'm just 10 feet, then that makes that easy. Let's see here. Yeah, so I'll just fly to right there, and I'm going to cast Shatter on her. If I can find it.
Oh, 60 foot. Okay, gotcha. Constitution save.
Oh, ignore that second roll. I'm just trying to just display
She
VTT.
got a 14, which I don't believe saves. DC 15. No. So she will take the damage. That thunderous sound goes off. She goes, "Oh, I nearly destroyed my eardrums." And she looks at you with slightly glowing eyes. She'll make a Constitution save. She does have advantage from Morecaster. Barely makes it.
Oh, damn it. I was hoping. Okay, well. Cast. Yeah, I think that's it for me. I'll end my turn.
All right. Tiger was almost out of initiative there for a second. The tiger is going to go. He just did magic. Darren seems to be resistant to radiant. And he's heating it up, so he's just going to cook for a little while. The tiger turns its attention away from Darren to Phaler that is flying, and she cries out, "Girls, get that one!" They'll take a magic action, and they'll move their beam. So if Darren and Phaler could both make a Constitution saving throw.
And this is against the spell?
It is against the spell, yes.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. Feller, you're going to take 13 points of radiant damage from this moonbeam, and Darren will take, let's see, 3. Darren will take a total of 3 damage from the moonbeam that moves over. And the tiger will remain in its place. So we'll just use that action, and as it actually has its bonus action. Double check something. Those of you that are familiar with druids know how difficult they are, and I'm running 3.
I didn't realize they were all druids. That's pretty funny.
They are all
and annoying.
Yes, they are difficult. Actually, you know what? They'll make a move. Actually, they look like they're about to jump and pounce on Phalar. Darren, you can go ahead and take an attack of opportunity with disadvantage as the tiger leaves your range.
Why disadvantage?
Because you are cooking in your armor with heat metal, and it gives disadvantage on all attacks.
I see.
Okay, so again, you just kind of bounce off of their armor. They're able to move pretty far. The water does interfere with them. It doesn't seem to be impeding them quite as much as everyone else, though. It does slow them down slightly. All right, Darren, you are cooking in your armor. It's hot. What do you wish to do?
Do my feet feel colder in the water?
Your feet do feel cooler in the water, but your main torso, your chest, has got this oven on it right now.
Gotcha. Just as a FYI for you, the tiger can repeat the wisdom saving throw against the frightened condition at the end of their turn.
That is correct. Thank you. Wisdom save. I did the one for the tiger, but they rolled a 3. Even if I rolled the correct character stats, they would have failed that. So yeah, they are still frightened of you.
Okay. Let's see. Darren doesn't like being cooked alive, so he's going to look at the girl at, I forget her name, way across there.
Rosie.
Say, I'm not a chicken and I don't like being roasted. And we'll fire a starry wisp in her direction.
Okay.
If I can learn how to do that.
All the ladies that you saw have some kind of wood-based armor, whether it's like a little corset or whatever, and they all have a small shield on their side. It is with disadvantage, so go ahead and roll one more time because of the heat metal.
Right.
Okay, yes, excellent. 19 hits. You fire your Sorcerer's Burst. What type of damage are you looking to do?
Let's reciprocate the fire damage. See how you like being heated up.
Oh, she's burning me up. You strike her. She will roll her Constitution saving throw. 9. Well done. With that, she loses concentration, and your armor begins to quickly cool down.
That's better. Let's see.
Right there. Anything else?
I think we'll take some movement. Go right there. Because while the tiger is afraid of me, they cannot move any closer to me, so that should keep them at a distance at least.
That works. All right. Anything else for Darren?
Don't think so. I'm not familiar with his bonus actions, so
Totally fair.
have a quick peek at what he does have for bonus actions. His combat sheet is so much different than mine.
He's got healing lights, but I don't know how many of those he has left. It might only be one left or so. He used several during the combat.
He's got lots of lay on hands, couple healing light. Although he's taken some damage, it's mostly been his temporary HP that's been used up, so he's still doing okay. Yeah, I think I'll EOT there for now and look at bonus actions for next round.
Okay. Parsnip, you're up. Dottie's got a glowing shillelagh in her hand just like you, and she's holding her ground.
Okay, I'll attack her again.
A 22 hits. Unless you give yourself, use a bonus action to give yourself advantage.
I didn't.
Okay. Yes, so regular damage. Nice. You crack her in the side. She goes, "Oh, that's gonna smart." Nice. 25 definitely hits. She cracks again, and she kind of stands up and looks. She goes, "You know what? I don't like you anymore.
You started it.
Mother started it, but I understand. Anything else for Parsnip?
That's it for me.
All right, Simon's going to go. Okay, I guess we're just going to beat up the old ladies now. And he will fire another ray of frost. Dottie's got cover at this point. Oh, but he's got the wand of the war mage, so he'll top fire at Dottie. Ah. He shoots his ray of frost out, and it collides with Dottie's shield that she's got on her arm, and it crackles with energy across it. But that's all that it does. Rosie's going to go. Oh, you guys are tougher than we thought. I wish Blair was here. She's usually the one that does all the hard hitting, but I guess I could do this. And she points a finger towards Phalar. And Phalar, if you would please. Oh, that's gonna suck. Can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please? As she holds her hand out towards Phalar, and you see as if moisture is starting to pull out of Phalar and suck towards Rosie. You have advantage?
The mantle of spell resistance, assuming it's a spell.
It is a spell. Excellent. Yes, they are using actual spells.
Hey, nice change of pace.
Yeah, excellent. You take just 19 points of necrotic damage as opposed to 38.
Jeez.
She used her big spell. And then she follows it up. Hold on, let me click that one off. Oh, she has one more. Cool. And she goes, okay, and this. And she makes that noise as she holds a finger towards you and fires off one of her little celestial arrows. I find it. So a second again. Archer form. She doesn't have an advantage. So 17.
Is my AC.
Oof. What? How's it 15? Oh, the potent spellcasting doesn't apply. So it would be 10 points of radiant damage.
And Phalar falls into the water.
Oh, no. Baylor drops. Okay. Dottie speaks up. She goes, remember, we don't want to kill them, and we'll get in trouble. But she will go. Now I have the right Dottie here. She's going to hold her hand up by you, Parsnip, and pull it downwards as you see some energy crackling above her as a storm cloud seems to form directly above the opening in this library, and a bolt of lightning comes down on top of Parsnip. She will cast Call Lightning. Keeps doing the GM. If Parsnip, if you can give me a dexterity saving throw, please. Burst of a bolt of lightning comes down and it crackles and it hits into you. It hits just you. It doesn't quite connect with the water, electrifying everybody. As you take 20 points of lightning damage from the old woman right in front of you. Better. Arcus, you see that their eyes do glance over towards the creature in the water, but it hasn't really affected them a whole lot. What would you like to do?
All right. They don't seem to care about it, so I'll let that go. I'll keep it up because I'm just doing this anyway. I guess I will try that firebolt. Rosie.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Did I do that? Yeah. The damage? What is that? I don't know. I guess that's the attack, right?
Okay. You pull out and you fire your bolt of fire towards one of the girls, and it does not connect.
I'll still move 15 feet closer. And I guess that's my turn.
All right, Phalar, go ahead and roll a saving throw. Let's see if you get that natural 20.
You got it. I did not.
Okay, Baylor is not doing so well. Luckily, they landed on the little bit of debris in the water and are not in
Not drowning.
gurgling. The tiger. The tiger looks at Phalar down, glances around the room, and they quickly move their moonbeam off of Phalar to not cause additional harm towards a new target. Arcus, this column of light flies over towards you, lands on top of you. You can make a Constitution saving throw, please. That's not going to do it. The beam of moonlight lands right on top of you. Wow, they are rolling really good. You take 15 points of radiant damage from a moonbeam. The tiger then jumps down and begins moving in your direction. Darren, you're no longer cooking. The heat has gone away. You see what's happening around you. What do you wish to do?
Yeah, lots of things happening at once. I think Terran's gonna fail or no. I'm gonna use a bonus action to use his healing light. I'm just not sure how this works. If I can use two of them at once or just one at a time.
You do healing light as a bonus action, and you can choose to use as many of your hit dice as many of those dice as you want to.
Spend as many equal to my charisma modifier. Okay, which is +3. He's up to 3. Okay, he'll use his last 2 to get Phalar up. I guess I have to roll them both separately.
Nice.
Nice, very nice. 11 points to Phalar. As a bonus action, I'll step up behind Dottie here. Hey, leave Parsnip alone! And I'm going to use my action to try and shield bash her in the back of the head to knock her unconscious or non-lethal.
Okay.
That's just normal roll, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Okay, we'll try the topple.
She needs to make a con save. She's on the old lady.
Okay. But 11 points of radiant. And if she's still up, he'll strike down on her one more time.
Still there. She's already.
All right. There it is.
The 12 will miss as she kind of ducks out of the way a little bit. She's able to move a little bit.
You're pretty agile for an old lady. And that'll be end of Darren's turn.
Okay, Parsnip. She's breathing heavy. She's got. She will make a con save to maintain her. Might not matter in a second. Okay. She still has this electricity crackling about her. She looks like she's about to pull lightning down on top of you again. You connect. And Parsnip, your minimum damage will be more than enough as she's got this. You still have the D. You would add the D4 to that, right? Your normal D4. You're muted if you're talking.
Yes, I would.
Okay. I got correct myself. She had 6 HP. But you reach down and you move up with your glowing stick and hit into her, and she's just and her eyes just kind of roll back in her head, and she falls back into the water and kind of floats at the top of it, unconscious.
I'll scoop her up and start dragging her over towards Phalar.
Okay. At your level, does a ranger ignore difficult terrain?
I don't think I get that yet. I do get bonus movement, so.
Oh, okay, that works too.
So yeah, I'll drag her up onto the thing so she won't drown accidentally.
Okay, that works.
And that's my turn.
Rosie goes, "Oh, what a nice little kitty, making sure she stays dry." And with that, Simon goes, I guess we're going to have to take this seriously. And he'll activate his innate sorcery, giving him advantage. And he will use Scorching Ray. Sorry, just checking things off as appropriate. That's his last Scorching Ray. Okay, where is it? It's got to be out here somewhere. Where is it? Maybe I just need other spells. Do it that way. It's probably easier. There we go. Oh, cool. Does it automatically. I like that. Okay. All three of those connect with Rosie as he pelts her for 19 points of fire damage. So he goes, little shit. She then takes up her turn. And she's going to look about and she will focus on Darren, who seems unscathed at this point, and just came and hit Dottie in the back of the head. Yeah, she's. And I'll take care of that thing in the water too, she says. This will be interesting. That's hard to see. She, on the surface of the water, erects a wall of fire with the heat facing Darren's side. Darren, if you could give me a dexterity saving throw, please. How does she have the spell? Check to make sure I'm not crazy. This is not her list. Yeah, you know what? I swear it was. Oh, you know what? I'm on the wrong. I was like, I know I've seen it. There it is. All right. Dexterity save. Ooh. Ah, man. I swear this never rolls as well when I'm a player. Darren, she launches a wall of fire in front of you. You take 32 points of fire damage. As she moves over a little bit and will now take aim at Phalar and use a bonus action to fire a little bead of radiant energy at him. It's Archer 4. AC 17? I think does that miss?
Yep. 17.
No, it's she's aiming at Parsnip.
Ah. Good.
Who's doing what now?
Rosie's firing a bead of radiant energy at Parsnip. Does it connect with a 17?
17 hit.
Okay, you take 11 points of radiant damage from the little lady over here. We gotta take these guys out. Dottie remains unconscious. Arcus, a beam of moonlight sits above you, and a tiger is dashing towards you. What do you wish to do?
Um, getting pretty close to tapped. Don't have anything fun to do. I guess I will firebolt at Rosie and then step backwards.
All right.
Oh my god.
You launch a little bolt of fire, and it just flies over her head.
And I will step backwards, which will end the illusion. It's not doing anything anyway. Since I think I'm out of range now. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Phalar, you find yourself awake on this debris in the water. What do you wish to do?
I'm awake, you say. Well, that's good. Let's see.
And we lost Phalar.
No, I'm here. I'm going to give myself a third level healing word.
Okay.
Sorry, my browser is being stupid. I would open a second tab. That would be why. Okay, so I'll heal myself. Come over here and kick a tiger. By giving Darren bardic inspiration.
Do you have to see them to give them inspiration?
That is a good question. Let me check real quick. I think so.
Because they are currently blocked by a wall of fire.
Who can see or hear you? So.
Oh, okay. So hearing works.
Yep. So yeah, I am able to. Yeah, I didn't actually know. I'm like, gosh, I have to look.
A 24 does in fact hit the cat. You find the cat's hide is very thick. They are difficult to hit, but they take your damage.
All right, that's it for me.
Is that the first time that the inspiration kick worked?
I think so.
Okay, nice. The cat turns and the cat has to make a concentration check. I actually set the con save up correctly. Chance for those double ones. No. They got 29. They got a nat 20. All right, the cat turns around and looks at Valar. Not thought you were down. And they will attack you. Actually, Arcus is possibly more of a threat because he's a wizard.
Ouch.
But I've been so useless.
That's fair. She turns around.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I can take it.
I'm trying to think what's the most logical choice here. And there's the wizard, and then someone who's kicking them. So, actually, yeah. I think they turn around, and their hand will glow with a radiant light. But before they slash down on Phalar, they kind of take their stance there, and yeah, you know what? They'll disengage from Phalar as their bonus action. And move up a little bit more and take a magic action to move their moonbeam. Because it's been rolling so damn well. If you can make another Constitution saving throw, please, Arcus. Holy shit! Hold on, is that right? Wow. Okay, you save. Take 8 points of radiant damage. Wow, that's like the best I've ever seen a moonbeam do ever. And that is their turn. Darren, you've been inspired. There's a wall of fire in front of you, though. You have to move out of it to avoid taking additional damage, or you can try to plow through it and take more if you want.
Just a quick reminder, Tiger can repeat the saving throw.
Thank you. Yeah, they've been failing it like crazy.
Yeah. Hopefully that continues.
17. I think that does finally.
It does succeed. Yeah, I think Darren's going to try and leap through it.
Okay, go ahead and make that
15
dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And I will re-roll it because hopefully it'll do less damage this time.
I think I've succeeded this time.
Maybe not. What was it the last time? I don't think below
33.
it. It was 32 the last time. Let's stick with 32.
Okay, so 16.
Oh, yes, you made it. Yes, excellent. So you'll take 16 points of fire damage. Jumping through the wall, but you get out. And you see who's concentrating on it?
Yep.
Throws it to the side.
As I leap through and say again, I'm not a chicken. Stop roasting me. Use a magic action to cast a sorcerer's burst at Rosie.
Unfortunately, this time it goes wide. It curves around and fizzles into the books behind her.
Too hot. And as I get up beside... What the heck? I see. Parsnip will bend down, place a hand on his shoulder, use lay on hands to restore a number of hit points to that creature up to a maximum amount for the remaining pool. We'll use 3 uses for 15 points of healing on Parsnip.
Nice. Darren, you also take back 4 hit points. The potent spellcasting is only supposed to be adding to cantrips, not to the other things. So that was added to the 32 that was there twice. So yeah,
Okay.
taking 3 back. I'm doing some math over here.
Okay.
Good round for Darren. Anything else for him?
Oh, shoot. I was going to apply the Bardic Inspiration to my attack roll. I don't know if it would matter, though.
Let's see.
Is it a D8?
Let's take a look at what we've got here. It looks like you missed by a decent amount, I would say.
Okay.
So you make the call, but it went very wide.
I totally meant to do it. Like, that was my initial thought, and I just forgot in the moment, so I think I'll go ahead and add it.
Okay, go ahead.
Is it a D6 or a D8 at this level?
Phalar, Bardic Inspiration is what?
Say it again.
What Bardic Inspiration is?
1d8.
A D6 or a D8?
D8.
Perfect.
I don't.
That mattered.
Yeah, you felt inspired, but it just kind of spun over to the side.
Yeah. Too hot.
It is hot. It's getting hot in here. All right, Parsnip, you are up.
Smacky, smacky.
You run up to the old woman who's currently glowing with constellation illumination, and you swing, and some debris in the water catches your stick, and you do not connect. Well, the 21 does connect, and you get a good smack on her. Oh, well, I don't like getting poked like that. I should make her con save.
Well, if you surrender, I'll poke you in a different way.
Oh.
Whoa. Did I hear that right?
I think we did.
Well, aren't you just a little troublemaker? She does make her Constitution saving throw, so the blazing fire stays up. Parsnip, anything else?
That's it.
All right, Simon will continue on with Rosie there. I think his best option now is Chill Touch. But with a 15, he is not going to succeed. And I don't think he's got anything that he can add to this. No. And he'll start moving towards the tiger. Rosie's going to go. She's concentrating on this. She will probably stop concentrating on it and be right in her face. Ah, all right. Actually, she'll do this. She looks at you and she kind of gives you a sort of a quirky look as she claps her hands together and a thunderous wave goes out around her. If you could give me a Constitution saving throw, please, Parsnip. Freaking 17! No, okay. Oh, potent spellcasting. Potent spellcasting. Take 12 points of thunder damage from her. And you'll get pushed 10 feet away. I just gotta turn that off. And she will move a little bit away from you. Slush. Dottie remains unconscious. Arcus, again, you start your turn with a beam of moonlight on you. You're moving further and further away from your companions, and a tiger of huge size here is coming at you fast. What do you wish to do?
Okay. I'll just say to the tiger, you bitches aren't the only one who know that spell. And I will once again cast. What's it called? Minor illusion. Silent image. And I would like to create effectively a box of fire that should be going from, should look like that.
Okay.
And then I will step out of this silly moonbeam.
Are you putting this box of moonlight on top of yourself or on top of the tiger?
No, sorry, box of fire. So like the wall of fire.
Okay, a box of fire. All right.
On top of myself.
Okay.
Not touching the lion thing, tiger thing. Basically, I'm trying to block the tiger's vision of me.
Okay, gotcha.
And then I'm going to step out of the moonbeam. Make sense what I'm trying to do?
Yes. For giggles, go ahead and give me either a performance or a deception check.
Sorry, I just want to move myself a bit differently.
Sure, that's fine. And you can tell me where to move the
Yeah,
effect as well.
That's fine. It doesn't really matter as long as it's sort of covering me. And then, sorry, performance you wanted.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. Performance or deception, whichever is better for you.
Good question. Doesn't really matter.
Okay, awesome. Anything else for Arcus?
Can I move the firewall so it's between me and the tiger? Sort
Like
of.
here?
Yeah, that works.
Sure, that's fine.
Mostly I just, trying to block vision. So she's either got to waste an action figuring out it's an illusion or not,
Yep.
I guess.
I
That's
gotcha.
all. That's turn.
All right, Phalar, you're up. I don't know if your feet are still fluttering about or not, but you're up.
They are, and in fact, I'm gonna run, fly. I'm gonna start running and then basically fly and kick the shit out of the chick over here.
All right, let's see it.
So start with a action.
Oh dear, aren't you a pretty one? Oh. Oh, maybe not. She sees you try to kick at her, and she does her best to pretend to be hit, and then she winks at you.
Darren, try to be betterly inspired next time. I'm gonna give you bardic inspiration again.
That'll work. You hit her. Oh, you did kick me.
I wink at her, and that's my turn.
All right. The tiger's going to go. We'll make this easy. Tiger comes over to it's like looking and looking and looking at the this box of fire, and I believe they'll take the investigate action this round. Okay, okay, they still have to make a check here. Let me find it. They they go up to it and they put their hand up to it, kind of like a mime, and they don't quite touch it. So wow, that was quite effective. Darren, you're up.
Okay. I just wanted to double check. I might have misheard if Phalar gave Darren Bardic again in that last turn.
They did.
Yeah,
You did. Okay.
I did.
Perfect. Thank you. Mark that down. All right. Move a little closer here. Darren can throw his shield, right?
Yeah, Darren will throw a shield if he so chooses.
I just don't know how. I don't see a ranged attack option for it on his sheet.
Oh, yeah, we did something. I think we gave him like 60 feet, something like that. So you're within range.
Okay, right. Oh, yeah, and that's his packed weapon, so he can recall it as a bonus action, if that's right.
You can throw it and recall it with a bonus action.
Okay. Yeah, let's throw it. At Rosie.
It collides into the bookcase.
Bonus action, recall it. And we'll throw it again. Oh my goodness. Now Darren has no shield.
Darren's poor shield is sitting on the ground next to Rosie, on top of the water.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Sorry. Anything else for Darren?
That's all he can do.
Parsnip, you're up.
Casting.
Okay. I imagine you're doing that to yourself.
Yes.
You heal yourself up using your action.
That's my turn.
All right. I'll flip this over to Simon. If I can find them in the order. There we go. Okay. You guys have the old lady over in the corner, so he's going to help with the saber-toothed tiger. Again, with this probably his best thing to use right now, he'll try to touch the tiger with something chilly. And connects. He hits the tiger for 11 points of necrotic damage. Oh! James is here. James, are you joining us? If you're talking, you are muted. If not, welcome to the show. And he's gone again. All right, Rosie's going to go again.
He took one look and he's like, nope.
Yeah, I was like, nope, not this one. She's going to use... There we go. He's reconnected.
Hey, what about now?
There you are. We can hear you.
Perfect. What is going on?
Are you joining us?
Yes, I can.
All right. Let me do one other thing here real quick. We had a guest. We had a guest, Aaron. As Tango has been kind enough to manage Darren for us.
He's been rocking it.
I just got hit by Godzilla. Looks like.
You were a badass. You're like a fried
Tell me
chicken
about
leaping through
I've fallen once.
firewalls.
I'm half dead.
You're more alive than the rest of them.
Yeah, you've been hit with Wall of Fire twice, and several other pretty big spells. Okay, so again, because Tango is having fun with Blair right now. which is why it's been great for Tango to run Dare. So this will be fun if Tango so chooses. I've now done the same thing for Simon for you, Tango. So if you want to, you are welcome to run Simon for the rest of this so that you are a part of things.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Makes it so much easier for me.
Yeah, but you have to talk in a deep Southern accent.
I will see what I can do.
I love it. All right. We will do... Rosie's going to clap her hands together again and do another thunder wave. DC 16 con save for those that are within 10 feet. So that would be Phalar and Parsnip.
One moment.
Parsnip, you'll take 11 points of thunder damage. Phalar, you will take 5 points of thunder damage and are not thrown back. Rosie will then, because he's at range, will point her finger and flick it towards Parsnip, firing off her archer's arrow. Doesn't have advantage, but I think a 17 still connects. For 9 points of radiant damage. And Rosie will move just a little bit. One more. So she doesn't get an attack of opportunity. Dottie remains unconscious. Arcus, you're inside your own little image of fire, and there's a saber-toothed tiger that's acting like a mime right outside of it. Kind of investigating it, but not wanting to touch it.
Well, I brought the spell. I was really hoping I would never have to cast it, but I will cast Arcane Vigor. Basically, I just heal myself. Is there a way to roll hit dice without pushing the short rest button?
You can just sort of like, if you're doing a d6, it'd be like /R 2d6.
/R. That didn't work. All right, just do it like this, I guess.
There you go. So 9 plus your intelligence.
It's 4, so that's 13. Okay. And then I will move over to here. I'll actually step out of the fire, but on the far side of the saber-toothed tiger.
Okay. Anything else for you?
Nope. Heal and put some distance between me and the big cat trying to eat me.
All right.
That'll be turn.
Phalar, you're up.
I'm gonna smack her with my songhorn.
19 hits. Let's move.
And then
Oof, hit me in the face again.
I'm gonna give Parsnip Bardic Inspiration and smack her again with the songhorn. Or try to. Probably not, though.
You throw up that second kick, but unfortunately, it wide.
All right. That'll be it for Phalar.
Okay. The tiger is going to go. All right, so Arcus, I was going to do this before you moved. As they were going to move around this to where they saw you disappear into the fire. I'm going to give you a free stealth check against their passive perception to see if they would have noticed you. See if they kind of glance and notice you on the other side of this. Oh, nice.
Not 20.
That might be enough to make this succeed. Nice. Yeah, their passive perception is 18. So they come around and they are just kind of perceiving it. They'll take their investigation check this round now. This is their action to interact. Okay. So they take their action and they finally get their paw close enough to it, like they're miming, and it finally touches it and kind of passes through it just a little bit, and then they start swiping through it, and they recognize that it's an illusion, and they're able to look around, and it seems like their eyes lock over in your direction, but that's the end of their turn. Okay, Darren, here's the situation. You are in about a foot and a half of water, making this difficult terrain. You haven't had any rest since you guys left the town of either Hagstooth or Galleon, so no short rest since you fought with Elijah. You got a little bit of a head start to search Madame Maven's library. Found a few books and so forth here and there, but haven't succeeded in anything yet. And the Greenleaf Girls came in. Quite a few people hid, and there really wasn't a lot of negotiation with them. Sophie, who's currently the tiger, was a bit aggressive, and even though Darren tried to talk them out of it, she did engage in combat. You guys have been fighting them since. You're up.
Okay, and Tango said, "Wait, where is my shield right now?"
It's a few feet to your left. Yeah, it's on the ground. So you of course you could always use a bonus action to recall it if you want to, without having to move over, or you can move over to pick it up, but that'll be all your movement. Well, almost all of your movement.
Yeah, I guess I have to use bonus action to recall it. So, if you would allow it, DM, I think it'd be cool if Alara would maybe toss it over to Darren.
Certainly.
Yeah, cool. And then Darren will step forward and hit this Hex girl. So let's see. Come on, Darren. You got this. Hit her hard. Oh, and all of the damage would be done non-lethally if you would allow it.
Okay. That's what you've been doing anyways.
No! No!
Oh, oof.
That's pretty much what we've all been doing all night.
Oh, no, really? All right, well, let's go for one more attack. Come on.
You come down and she's got a small little shield on her arm that looks like it's glowing like a star right now, and she's able to pull it up and deflect your blow.
No! Okay. Yeah, that's turn.
All right. Parsnip, you just got thrust back by Rosie here. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna attack her. In the end.
The 11 will miss. Oh, Starry Wisp. Yeah, your little bolt of stars. It just seems to fly by for just the briefest of moments. It looks like it matches some of the constellations that are currently crossing her body, but then it just flies past.
That's it for me.
All right, Simon 2, you're up.
Oh, are we sure Darren didn't hit? What's her name again? I can't remember any of these names.
Rosie?
Rosie.
No, her AC's a little bit above 16.
Yeah, you didn't want to use that bardic, did he?
No, don't think so.
Oh, I forgot about the bardic.
Yeah, I didn't think about that either.
Shoot. My plan was relying on her being unconscious, you guys. Everybody missed. And what's this one's name? The tiger?
That's Sophie.
Sophie. Okay, Simon's gonna turn towards Sophie and say, "How about now? Look, Sophie, you're outnumbered. You may as well just give up. Surrender. It'll be fine. We're not gonna hurt you." I think, if I'm reading his character sheet right, he has a level 1 spell slot left, at least. And we'll cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. I believe that's a wisdom save.
Yes, DC 15.
Yeah. And Sophie is a not a no. Okay. That's why I was avoiding the wisdom save.
That's fair, but she still takes half as much. I don't know what
That's fair. That's fair.
damage isn't rolling. There it is. She's just gonna hear, like, give up. You're outnumbered. You can't win.
She looks back over towards Simon, growls just a little bit, looks at Dottie on the ground, Rosie, no one seems to be able to hit Rosie, and she turns back towards Arcus. Anything else for Simon?
I think I'll just spread out a little bit. And that's it.
Right, Rosie will go. She'll step here. Well, now I'm very sorry, everyone. She'll use another first level Thunder Wave. Because why not? It's working very well. If I get a Constitution save from Darren, Phalar, and Parsnip. Nice.
I'm not going anywhere, witch.
Nice. Each will take 6 points of thunder damage. Unfortunately, Parsnip goes flying back unconscious. Almost into the wall of fire.
No, parsnip.
And Rosie will then... She'll
Bardic
target...
parsnip.
Okay. Parsnip, do you want to use your Bardic Inspiration on your save? Haha.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. You go back. Instead of taking 13 points of thunder damage, you instead take 6. Rosie will... She doesn't know that Darren is resistant, so... She'll go ahead and do this at disadvantage. As she tries to fire you with her little archer. 14, so she'll miss.
Oh yeah.
That will end. And Rose will take one more step back now. And then it's her turn. Dottie's unconscious. Arcus, you're up again. The tiger, it didn't see you at first until it was able to see that the illusion, or that your fire is an illusion, and now the tiger seems to be able to see through it and is kind of seeing you over there.
Does it look like this tiger could fit through one of these doors or one of these entrances?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Well, then I will. I'll move to here. And then I think I'll take my action to dash to here. And that'll be my turn.
Okay, you begin running from the cat. Phalar, you're up.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep hitting Rosie with my stick.
I have 13.
Over now. All right. I'll give Darren Bardic Inspiration.
Aaron already has Bardic Inspiration.
I'll give Parsnip Bardic Inspiration. Because he had to use his.
Oh, the 26 will hit.
Yeah, I guess the nat 20 hits.
I better.
Nice. Okay. You want to describe what your bardic move does as you critically knock out Rosie.
Yeah, it's non-lethal if I didn't mention that, but I'm really pissed off because I've died once and I'm about to die again. So yeah, it might crack my songhorn. I might have to repair this later.
Very good. You spin around, and with a loud crack, your songhorn lands on the side of Rosie. She falls, lands on her back, floating in the water, unconscious.
And I'll just yell enough and be done.
All right. Now the real challenge awaits you all. As the Sophie-toothed tiger takes a bonus action to dash. Up to Arcus without much trouble at all.
Oh no. Arcus!
And she's going to attempt to rend you. 2 attacks. This will all be radiant damage if she connects.
Sounds dirty.
18,
Shield.
20. Okay. Do either of those connect?
Not if I cast shield with my last spell slot. Oh, sorry, 20. That would make my armor class 20, so that would hit, I think.
Okay. You throw up your shield, and the first claw attack, glowing with energy, cracks down onto it, and you defend it with your shield, but then the second paw comes wrapping around and tears into your side. You take 12 points of radiant damage, even though it says slashing.
Just
And
10, because I get 2 back for my ward.
And they'll take a little bit of a move action to continue putting themselves in this position. And that's their turn. They think they can take you all on. Darren, you're up.
All right. Darren will take the movement to go forward. He'll say, Arcus, come back to us, my friend. He will cast False Life on himself and Oh, things are not looking too good. Oh no, all my healing is gone.
Yep.
Oh no.
That's been rough.
Yeah.
He will. Oh man. Okay, I guess drink a healing potion. Or DM, I guess. Sorry, I know I ask you this a lot, but are you the one of the DMs?
Right. So was it an action or a bonus action to cast your spell on yourself?
It was an action, yes.
Okay, so if you drink a potion with a bonus action, you roll for it. If you take the full action, then you can get max.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I don't believe I actually have any bonus actions right now.
I will say this:
Oh, that
you look
sucks.
around and you seem like you are between 3 and 10 times healthier than all of your friends.
Oh, yeah, because all my healing, like my bonus actions are my healing, but I'm out. So yeah, that's going to be turn then.
Right, Parsnip, you're up. We'll say it's actually probably really good that Blair wasn't here. Running a lot of druids is so hard.
I healed Darren for 13.
Sure, Parsnip, you can heal yourself if you want.
No, you can have it.
It looks like Parsnip's just happy to sit back.
You know what? I'll need it to go up against this tiger. Darren will nod at you and will say, "Thank you, my friend."
All right. Anything else for Parsnip?
That's it. I'm going to grab it. What's it?
Grab Rosie.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can grab Rosie and move her over to the debris as well. All right, Simon 2, you're up.
You know, a good mama tiger would know when to collect her cubs and run off to lick her wounds, know when she's defeated. And I'm going to use another first level spell slot to cast a spell. I think I'm going to use some sorcery points here because I have them. To heighten this spell, so give them disadvantage on their strength save. Cost me 2 sorcery points. As I cast Arms of Hadar.
Okay, is that within range?
Great question.
It's a 10-foot.
It's a 10-foot radius. Range is self? Wait, what?
Yeah, it's like an explosion outwards from him.
Oh, I see. Okay, can I get close enough? Yes, I can.
Okay. You're making me have to dang read. Okay. So they use their mental druid things, but they use the beast's physical. So I gotta use the beast save. 13.
Is a fail. That was with disadvantage.
Oh, it was not with disadvantage.
Because I was using heightened.
Let's roll again. Make the roll a 1. So a 12. So yeah, roll the damage.
Do I need to make that save?
No. I would imagine we can just say that Simon's casted them as he's running up, as opposed to taking that last step.
Okay. Interesting. It doesn't seem to roll damage by clicking in the chat box.
There you go. I got it for you. You can take mine, or you can roll another one.
Well, since I just found it, let's take yours.
Fair enough. Okay, and they cannot take reactions. That's good to know.
Okay.
All right, Arcus, back to you.
I think I have a bonus action still.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah, no worries. I think I'll use it to just quickly chug a healing potion.
Okay. Oh, they need to make a con save as well. '28. Moonbeam is still up. All right. Anything else for Simon too?
No, that's it.
All right. Now you're up, Arcus.
Okay, I will cast Shocking Grasp.
That hits.
For 9 damage. And now they can't take opportunity attacks until the start of its next turn, which fine.
Yeah, that was also what Simon's spell did.
Yeah. I just wanted to double it up.
They
I thought
definitely
it was till the end of my next turn or the start of my next turn, so I thought it would go a whole round, but it's okay because I'm going to attempt to run away. 1, 2, and then around the corner, hopefully.
All right. You move around the corner a little bit. You see one of those hallways that you guys walk down in front of you.
That'll be my turn.
All right, Phalar, you're up.
All right. Well, fly over here. I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force on Sophie Tooth Tiger.
Okay. Intelligence save. Okay. They did not succeed.
Yeah, so Sophie now sees in front of her a either like a spirit or a god she holds dear, but like a pissed off version attacking her.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Tell you what. How about if based on what you said, you tell a spell to do something along those natures. You get the impression that what she'll see is their Impok, their dragon that they follow. Oh yeah, but they take the damage. Anything else for Phalar?
Nope, that'll be it for this turn.
Okay. The tiger will go ahead and they will plead their case that they were just doing what they thought they were supposed to do. No, they're not trying to kill anybody. And she will make her, just like they did with the other illusion, an investigation check, right? They'll take the study action. Some of these spells are debilitating. Okay. They at least get out of it this time. They shake their head and they look around a bit angrily, and then they move up to Arcus. Like
No, Arcus!
a cat with a toy. Simon, you can attempt to hit them with your fist if you want to, as they run away past you to continue on their cat with a ball here.
Yeah. So Simon does not have Warcaster, I assume.
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, that's a bad kitty. And yeah, we'll try and take a little kick.
He tries hard, but it's more like a pet than an attack.
There's more insult than injury.
Darren, he suggests to Arcus that he comes to the group and he's going down one of the hallways. Something's wrong. He's clearly very scared. What do you wish to do?
Arcus, no! Oh, I have just what I need. Darren will seeing his friend just in peril. He's gonna wade through the water as fast as he can, and he's going to cast Misty Step to get right in front of the kitty. He'll say, "You'll have to go through me first, witch." I'm gonna go ahead and hit this cat.
Hey,
Hey, come on, Watcher, please. No!
this cat. Maybe it's the fact that they subscribe to radiance as you. As you can see it kind of coursing through their body, but your shield doesn't find purchase on their thick hide.
One more time, Mr. Bulwark, help me, please. Yeah!
You bring your shield down on them, but it deflects off of that thick hide. They have a very high AC.
You know what? Might as well use the inspiration now.
All right, let's roll it. With the 6, yes, you do connect.
All right. Let me go ahead and take that off.
They got a 25 against your topple.
Okay. Let's see the damage. Come on. Oh, it's not the best.
Not terrible.
Are you doing radiant damage?
Not paying attention to our damage rolls.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a choice right now, DM.
Okay, all right.
Does it look like this is not like radiant? My radiant energy is it maybe not hurting this beast enough? Almost.
Yeah, it seems like they're similar to yourself, that they subscribe to using this radiant energy. It doesn't quite affect them as much.
Oh man, okay. Yeah, that'll be turn.
All right. Parsnip, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to give myself advantage on my first shot.
Okay, go for it. $21 hits.
And then I'll have advantage on my second shot.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I had to step away for like the critical moment. I had a little thing happen. So, what have we got here? Okay, that is 14 damage, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Parsnip, you catch two arrows. One of them goes right into the neck of the creature. It's flailing around. It's wobbling on its feet. Anything else for Parsnip?
That's it. So just to be clear, I used the unmade hand for advantage on the first shot. And then when the first shot hit, it gave me advantage on the second shot.
Yep, that's what I figured.
Okay.
All right. Simon 2, you're up.
Take a couple steps back. Say, you really are a bad mother. You should be ashamed of yourself. And just keep attacking her psyche with a mind sliver.
Okay, save. Oh, I used the cat's, not hers. Hold on. She would have had a +5 instead of a -1, so it would have been a 9.
6 and subtract a d4 on the next saving throw.
Simon, you speak sad words to this cat. And as you cast your spell, the cat vanishes. And in its place is a little halfling floating in the water.
It didn't have to come to this.
With that, you guys are out of combat.
What should we do with them?
Leave them. We should find that book and get out of here.
Should we tie them up?
Arcus, are you okay?
No. No, I'm pretty rough.
We'll find a place here to rest soon. Let's just find this book and get out of here.
I agree.
That would be best.
At this point, you guys have a good hour or so, at the very least, before the girls could possibly wake up. They're out cold. They'll be sleeping. Is there anything besides the one specific book you guys might be looking for? Anything that you would want to do?
I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic to see if there's any books that call to me.
Okay. You take the time and you ritually cast detect magic. And as you begin to look around, you see about 1 out of every 3 books has some kind of magical aura to it. You don't see like a rhyme or reason to it. It's not like a row will have magical auras and another row won't. It's just very mixed as to what is the ones in the water, laying on the ground, on the shelf, doesn't matter. If you take any of the ones that have that magical aura to them, you pull them off, you'll experience what I was describing to Arcus before, which is that initially you feel this intense fear, discomfort. It's almost like you were being affected by Elijah's music. But it's just for a brief moment. As soon as you start reading, you feel almost the numbness as you feel no pain, no bad sensations whatsoever. You're just purely comfortable into that last brief moment as you're closing the book. You feel some discomfort again.
Whoever was in here had no idea how to organize books.
It's a guy who spent most of his life in a library. I couldn't agree more. Arcus is just searching through books. He's using his mage hand to get books that he can't reach. Yeah, just digging.
Okay. You go through and you weren't going to find anything other than that one stack of wizard books as far as spells are concerned. Anytime you guys get one of those books that feels weird to read it, you catch that maybe it's a fiction, you're not sure, but they're always written uh, as a narrative in the first person, whether it's seems to be a single day of life for somebody, whether it's an adventure that someone goes on. You find a couple that feel like it's a life story. Not sure, but all of those kind of quote unquote special books are all similar in that regard. You guys do continue search here and there and around and so forth. And again, you have the time to take for it. So there's no rules to find the book at this point. Phalar is probably the most likely person that's going to find the specific your book you're looking for, as it's on the top level of the books. With Detect Magic up, the book does not detect as magical. It's kind of strange. It's you assume that it would be, but after a bit of time, you find the exact book that you're looking for. You find a book that you could flip to the back of it, and you see a gold emboss of it saying Tomes of the Hereafter.
I've got
Yay!
I'm not sure how much of a concern time is, but I think to just in case speed it up, I think Simon would like ritually cast augury and just ask if he should search on the balcony level, just so that we kind of narrow it down in half and try and cut down the time of searching.
Sure, that's fine. You could have cast augury, cut the time down. You would have gotten a Wii for searching on the top level.
Didn't Madam Maven say something about putting souls into books? Anybody remember that, or did I dream that? Didn't she say something weird, like, oh yeah, he's in a book now, or something like that?
You do remember something to that effect?
I'll grab. Was there a divination spellbook?
You search through the stack of spellbooks. Yes, there's one spellbook per school of magic, and you see one for divination.
I'll grab that one. So do we have everything we need now, friends?
I believe so.
Sorry, out of game, my dog distracted me. Did we find the book?
You did. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm basically saying you so without a time limit, you guys can take 20 essentially. Simon cut it down at half, so we'll say it just took 30 minutes for it.
Nice.
Ian, Darren would like to go through the pockets of this witch to see if he can find their key or coin to see like if what dragon they're serving.
Okay. Which dragon is the correct one for that? It is available in your token section, and it should look like this one.
What is that?
Greenish snake on a kind of a bronzish background.
Interesting. He'll go ahead and show the party.
Is there any chance with my history proficiency I would recognize that?
No, that's not something you would get out of any history book that you could study.
Fair enough.
Arcus, if you could please roll a d4 for me twice.
I'm gonna die from reading books. A 3 and a 1.
Parsnip, go ahead and give me a perception check, if you would, please. There was the tomes that Arcus had found, essentially the spell books. There's a little pile of them in a corner, kind of hiding underneath a some foliage, some vines that were dangling down. You look through it, and with a 22, you do find something else. If you could roll percentile for me. Parsnip. Okay. Parsnip, you find a book that somehow you recognize this sucker. It's bound in this thick reddish leather. It's got a bearded face on the front of it. You find a currently inactive Tome of Understanding, and you see a little set of runes on one of the pages inside that indicate it will be usable in 91 years.
Woo!
Anything else you guys wish to do while you have time in here?
Yeah,
I rolled a 3 and a 1 on my 2d4.
Yeah, I got that. I got
Okay.
that. Putting stuff together
use a
here.
rest at some point soon.
If we're done, so I've got my spell book and got the book we want, I would go through the pockets of these bitches and take anything worth anything.
You search through them, and they have spellcasting components. They seem to be using standard armor, standard shields. They do have a bit of coinage on them, but not a whole lot. You're not sure how they were trying to offer you thousands of gold, but they have amongst the three of them 127 gold pieces. That seems to be it. They have very little. They didn't use any magical items against you. It was just the pure power of nature.
Help me take their armor and shields. They don't deserve them.
Okay. You take armor. You take their armor, their shields. You kind of undress them a bit with it. You do find, at least for Rosie and Dottie, that when you take off their armor, it's kind of like these breastplates that also act as kind of like a corset. So it kind of holding parts in just a little bit, but you pop them off. You can put down that this armor is actually worth double the normal price, as it's made of some type of special hardwood that is specific for druids to use. They each were wearing. Hold on, let me pull it up. It's taking its time. Come on, roll 20.
Sorry, and that was 127 gold.
127 gold.
And there's 5 of us or 6 of us? Need do we have now?
You can always put it in party loot.
Just put it in party loot.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I'm sorry. They are in. Let's see. This one has a shield. Again, it's the special hardwood, so the shield's worth twice as much. They have studded leather, so that's the same. That's standard price. I think Blair might have been the one with the special armor. Dottie's not working at all for me.
It's all good. I'm totally taking it out of spite, not because I think it's any.
You get 3 pairs of regular studded leather and 3 shields of ironwood. Arcus, you took a divination book. You had taken a couple other books that you had looked at. Are you doing anything with those? The ones that you had read, and they gave you a bit of a feeling towards the beginning.
Oh yeah, I was going to take them
Okay.
when we leave. Try to. That was my plan.
Okay. And you chose the divination book. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to put into the chat the 10 spells that are in this divination book. Hopefully you can see that. It should be 10. Let me know if it's not. I'm just going to go ahead and help out with this one thing too. Simon gets a little bit bored as you guys are looking through books and so forth, and he's going to ritually cast Identify on something. You see Simon pull out the red violin that you guys took from Elijah. He uses his mage hand to take it out. He casts Identify on it. And I will just share it with the group as to what he finds.
Oh my.
Anything else that you guys wish to do in the library? I'll go ahead and I'll set us up for next time then. You all start making your way out of the library. You take various tunnels. You can take a little bit of time, search them, find that they were exactly as you thought they might be. That the various tunnels just lead to the different doors. They all kind of just circled around it, but they all led to the exit. As you guys begin stepping out of the library, Maven's waiting outside. And she looks at you. She's got a smile on her face. And she goes, "Oh, well, I hope you had fun time in my library. But I'm afraid a deal is a deal. And it seems like you're trying to break our deal. And we'll go ahead and we'll end the session there for tonight."